Yo, 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 what is up, my peeps? It is your main man, Cop, here, back with another stream for you. And today, we're just doing a little bit of chill farming. Wanted to get back into the streaming vein. Been fighting with YouTube for a day and a half, trying to get my streaming working again. So, even though it's only going to be a quick one today, we wanted to get something in. And then tomorrow we can do some finishing off of some unfinished business. How is everybody doing today? Let me just check the chat here. Hey, Alexander. Hello. What's up, David? Good to see you. I hope everybody's having a good evening. Hey, Kyle. How's it going, buddy? Figure we will start some gold farming tonight. Do Undasta here and probably see what we can kind of trouble we can get into in the Siege of Orgrimmar and Mythic. Hey, Frog, what's up, buddy? And see just how impossible that is. And then tomorrow we'll finish off in it, bruv. And then maybe Saturday, Sunday we'll finish off a golden mount farm here on my main. That's where we're looking at right at the moment. I'm feeling not too bad. As I said, I had a flu before I started that 1 to 110 and got one now. So as you can hear, my throat's not 100%, but it's important to get back to streaming. Wow, it took more than one hit to kill that thing. That's these changes are for real. Well, it looks like we've got a couple other people here, so should be pretty simple to get this Undasta down pretty quick. And now we wait, which is kind of suitable at the beginning of a stream like this. This is what gives people a chance to tune in. Oh, Frog. You should check out Metro's video on the subject. In fact, oh yeah, for sure. Here, let me link his video for you guys. He went right off. He went right off the reservation. Let's just say that he was ready to tear somebody a new one because people were complaining that stuff wasn't quote unquote soloable anymore. Nice. That would be fun. Fun to watch. I love watching Metro streams. But if you get a chance, that's a really interesting little video, and it's pretty quick. I also find it interesting because, from his perspective, he doesn't play practically anything besides tank. So, and he never plays a DPS spec. So the interesting thing is that, as of the start of MoP, because of the way the specs worked, they no longer. Yeah, Panda Andrew, absolutely. Shaggy, what's up? Anyway, to finish what I was saying there, it's interesting because, as I said, he plays only a tank. So from his perspective, he doesn't see how how something could be not soloable. Just thinks it's easy. But as a MoP, the way the raid bosses decide what's a tank and what's not changed. Prior to MoP, it's whatever had the highest threat was a tank and wouldn't get any of the mechanics that were DPS only. So soloing is not a problem. But as a MoP, because we have specific actual correct specs now from MoP onwards, a tank was a tank. You know, whatever's in tank spec, that's what's a tank. And if you're in a DPS spec, it doesn't care. It'll still hit you with those mechanics. Hey, Epsilon, how's it going, man? So there are some mechanics that are difficult to avoid, especially with a higher health pool. I'm doing awesome, man. Just glad to be streaming again. I love streaming. I love streaming for you guys, and I love hanging out with you. So. We're doing a little bit of mount farming today. We're going to do this and attempt to see what we can get done in Siege of Orgrimmar. Because, of course, we're going to try out those changes that will soon, quote-unquote, soon be fixed. So, I want to see if I got the DPS to get past them as they are. And, of course, Siege has that nice mount at the end that has a possibility of dropping at like a 0.1% rate. We got some nice alliance and horde both waiting here for the Undasta nice and politely. Now, normally, guys, I would have tomorrow, which is Friday, as a viewer content day. But because of all the 1 to 110, and then, of course, I couldn't get my stream working the last day and a half, we haven't had much of a time for people to vote on it. I think there's only 3 votes there. So please feel free to vote in the viewer content poll. We'll do that next week, on next Friday. So there's lots of different things there, and whatever you guys vote the most is what will get done. Oh, nice. Did you get the Azure Drake or no? I really enjoyed MoP. Like Metro says, it's one of the best best expansions objectively. The epilogue cinematics, Frog. Ooh, I found them very interesting. Very interesting. I got chills watching those goblins mine that Azurite. Oh man, it's getting me stoked for Battle for Azeroth. I cannot wait for the beta to come out. Hopefully I can get in there somehow. Who knows? Maybe Blizzard will gift me with a beta key. I mean, I am Mythic rating now, so that's usually what their cutoff is for giving beta keys. So, and of course, any beta access I get, you guys will get to see it with me. So, really getting me hyped for Battle for Azeroth at Azurite. Ooh. Of course, that whole system is a combination of the legendary system we've got now, and of course our artifact weapon. And it's going to fix what the problem a lot of people have with the legendary system. So, of course, now we've got the patchwork solution of the whole legendary thing with being able to purchase them. So, yeah, Sorfang, Bane. Oh, that was awesome, wasn't it? Yeah, you got to remember, like I said, she has to remain strong. She has to appear strong. Because nobody other than her really wants her to be there. Hey, Twisted. Thanks for dropping by. Well, hopefully you know who I am now.
I have many wares.
Just take the flight path back to Shrine and... Yeah, it's good to finally see him, for sure. Fly back to the shrine, and then we'll head into Siege of Orgrimmar and see what that's like. See what the difference there is like. I did Twisted, and in fact I did another one last weekend. Yep, good old Gallywix, Frog, good old Gallywix. Yeah, I did another one last weekend where we actually made it to level 86 and about 49 hours in before my hand started to give out, so. I think so too, Frog. I think he, Gen lost his son. And Anduin lost his father, and they're both humans. Like, as much as the Worgen are Worgen, they're still humans, right? That's how you found me, Twisted. I hope you don't mind that I, still streaming. Hope you enjoy the stream and the content and all that good stuff. We do the charity stream now once per month because that was one of the goals that we reached in our fundraising. So we're going to do those charity streams once per month. And in the meantime, I stream 4 to 7 days a week. So I try to stream at different times so people can see me. So yeah, they're Gelneans first, which is a human kingdom, right? They just happen to have a Worgen curse. So there's a lot of affinity there. As well, you know, Gilneas was where, in human civilization at least, the Holy Light reached its peak. It's where paladins were created. It's where the first order of paladins took their oath, that church, right? Well, and I think Gen is trying to lead Anduin to a path that he thinks is right. But I'm not so sure it actually is. But, you know. Well, I don't think he's going to need to, Shaggy, because Gilneas will be rebuilt in Battle for Azeroth. Like, the only reason that Gilneas wasn't being rebuilt was because the Forsaken controlled Lordaeron. And with Undercity gone, you know, the Gilneans can retake, Gilneas. So that could be a new Alliance capital. Anywho. Let's go Mythic. And let's head into Siege for Orgrimmar. Well, I think that had less to do with him coming with bad news and more to do with Shaw wanted to talk to Anduin instead of talking to Gen. You know, Gen wants to be the valve through which all information that Anduin gets goes through, right? Gen wants to be the one who filters everything, and he thinks he's protecting Anduin, when really what he's doing is he's stopping Anduin from hearing other points of view.
We adventure together again, except this time.
Sylvanas is Bay. For sure, for sure.
The land is scarred, the ever-blooming tree. Once the Titans used these life.
Dark Lady, watch over you, as the saying goes.
It is these waters that kept the Vale in bloom. Their runoff into the Valley of the Four Winds created the most fertile farmland in the world. And now, the malignant
This is going to be interesting.
God has manifested itself within.
Because this guy took forever, then they nerfed how many of the little things you needed to kill to get him to the next, to get him to die. And now that he's got more health, he'll probably take a while again. Well, hopefully we can entertain you, Twisted. Maybe even convince you to come back sometime. Nah, I just hope you have fun watching, for sure. Well, hopefully your big deer dude watches over you, Frog. But for some of us, Sylvanas always has been and always will be Bay. What up, our man? How goes it? Still sub-tube, was just getting really bored, was really gonna log on to Raid. Oh yeah, I remember you were getting into the military. I remember that. Well, definitely good luck with that. Stay safe, as I say. I've actually had a few different military people in guilds that I've been in, so no shame in playing WoW when you're in the military. At the very least, hopefully we can entertain you with some WoW here.
I need a target.
Hey, Pray Brandon. Shaggy, I saw your comment. I did. I just trying to get this done, so I need a chance to read it after this boss is down. Yeah, some Worgen are almost no longer sentient. Like they're so far gone with the Worgen curse that they're no longer have any sense other than being a wolf, right? Yep, it was Feral Worgen. That's kind of what I'm getting at, for sure, for sure.
I am out of range. It is too far away.
Not enough in Toxic. Never enough gold.
I need a target.
You have done it. The waters are pure once more. Can you feel their life-giving energies flow through you? It will take much time for the veil to heal, but you have given us hope.
Hey, Jonathan. Thanks for dropping by the stream. Glad to have you. Thunder Fury. Ow. That's gotta hurt. Let's see. Yep, all my cooldowns. Good, good, good.
That ability is not ready yet.
Yeah, I know that potion twisted for sure. I don't use it, but I know it. Well, Shaggy, see, what they did was they buffed the health pools of every single raid boss significantly. So there are certain mechanics that we were out DPSing so quickly that they just didn't matter. However, these mechanics are like one-shots when you're alone, right? Like there's a mechanic on the boss after the next one that banishes you. So as soon as you're banished, the encounter ends. So you can't finish it if you get banished. So you have to DPS him fast enough that he doesn't get a chance to get his banish off. Well, this wasn't a problem when the health pool was, and I'm just going to pull numbers out of my butt here, but when the health pool was X, or was, let's say, 10 million. Numbers are, never paid any actual attention to any of the numbers. Let's say the health pool was 10 million, but now the health pool is 400 million. So it's a lot harder for people who are soloing it to get it down quick enough that they don't get these mechanics to either one-shot them or reset the encounter. Now, a lot of these mechanics don't hit tanks. So some tanks were confused because they said it's not that it's impossible, he just happens to have more health. That doesn't make anything impossible. We still just, there's ways around anything like that though, so we just have to out DPS them, right? Oh, nice. That's a good profit twisted. That's absolutely a good profit. Now imagine with leveling being quote-unquote harder with 7.3.5, more people will be buying them. But honestly, it's not that hard. It's merely time-consuming. At the same time, there is a reduction in the amount of time because every single quest you hand in is yellow or orange, no longer green. Plus, you can finish a zone, so there's less travel time in between zones. So you're actually reducing the time. Oh, I've got the food buff. I've actually got me some fish rule special. Going, and I'm actually buffed with a repurposed fell focuser and a light forged augment rune, and we're ready to do it. But it's not this one that people were having trouble with, it's actually the next one. That's not bad, Twisted. It really isn't. It gets quicker if you do it all at once, though. Yeah, and that's how I do mine, just with the heirlooms. I do use the Dark Moon Fair. I don't use dungeons.
3, 2, 1.
See, and just to show you what I'm talking about, this guy started out with 111 million health. That's the same health as one of those rares on Argus. I think he used to have something like 50 million health or some silly number like that. Again, I don't know the actual numbers. Never paid any attention to their health. It didn't matter to me. All that mattered was that they went down. So this is just taking a little bit longer.
Beware.
Oh yeah, none of the augment runes do, but the fish rule special should. Yeah, again, it's not about minding it taking longer, it's about there being one-shot mechanics that people weren't even worried about before because they out-DPS the mechanic to the point where it was trivial. And now it's no longer trivial. That's what people were getting upset about. Yeah, for sure. For sure, Mavity. For sure. I haven't had a chance to level in the new patch yet, Shaggy, so I can't say. Don't worry about a scared bunny. I'm good. Like I said, I've done it a few times before. Never quite to 49 hours and never quite to level 86. But we have done it before and we'll do it again. Hey, Midna. How's it going? Thanks for dropping by the stream. Glad to have you. Thanks. Appreciate the respect. I do. And I appreciate the concern, too, right? Like, don't get me wrong. I do appreciate when people are concerned. It's just, I know what I'm doing. It's such a thing that's such common for people to say. And a lot of people will troll that way. That... Yeah, it might. And again, as I said, there's things that kind of offset it, but they don't offset it when you're dungeon grinding. right? If you're just doing dungeons when you're leveling, you're not going to get the offsets. Because that's not how leveling is meant to be done. I mean, it can be done that way, and as Blizzard is fond of saying, play how you like. But it's definitely not how it's meant to be done. Well, I appreciate that, Scared. I do. I really do. And as I say, I appreciate the concern, and I am doing fine, and I really appreciate the respect. Like,
It is too far away. I need to get
oh,
closer.
I must have missed something in chat, because there's peace being with someone, and I didn't see. Let me just scroll up. Hey there, Too Fast for Love. Oh my goodness, Johnny Fox. What's up? I didn't know that they arrested... I hadn't heard about the serial killer. Well, at least they arrested the person.
I am out of range. I need to get closer. It is too far away.
So this is the boss that is supposedly undoable by a DPS spec now. So we'll see what it's like. That's crazy, Johnny. That is absolutely crazy. So far, so good, Too Fast. I haven't had a chance to check in with leveling. We'll do some of that tomorrow. Right now, we're going to check one of the old raid bosses for soloing. And we're going to see, because apparently this boss is almost impossible to do on a DPS spec. So we're going to check, and we're going to see just how impossible he is, and if I've got the deeps to do it. Yeah, I'm quite glad he was caught too. Yep. See, guys, that is the quote-unquote impossible. You have to get him down before he can get that cast off. Sounds good, Shaggy. Glad we could entertain you. Sounds good, buddy. Scott Art, doing good so far. But that is definitely quite a steep DPS requirement. I wonder. Well, guys, we're going to try something that is so crazy it just might work. I have absolutely no idea how to play Brewmaster, but it shouldn't matter, right? Because the mechanics he does on me just shouldn't matter. Hey, Fizzle. How's it going? Yeah, see, the number crunch shouldn't matter. Because the whole point of doing the number crunch is it shouldn't affect soloing content. Just better. I'm just going to have a look and see what the different things are. Blackout strike. Okay, that's reducing damage. That's DPS. That's DPS. Gets rid of damage. Rushing Jade Wind. Interrupt. Exploding Keg. Expel harm. Seems about right. Let's see if we can do this as a tank. Thanks, the lazy mage. I appreciate that. Yep. See, that's the mechanic that reset the fight before. And it did nothing to me. And I'm doing considerably less damage. Of course, the damage he does doesn't matter because my self-heal isn't up. So if you're going to solo this, right now at least,
4, 3, 2, 1.
you kind of need to have a tank spec.
Beware.
Nope, still wasn't able to do it. He charmed me. So you not only have to have a tank spec, you have to have a decent tank spec. Yeah, this is Mythic, Midna. And the reason we're trying this on Mythic is because in order to get the mount, it has to be Mythic. So he's still charming me. That's just weird. I want to give it one more shot. Metro said the charm didn't affect him. So we're going to give it one more shot and we'll see. Like I say that. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just run around. Okay, so at this time it didn't seem to do anything on me. That is just weird.
3, 2, 1.
At least I'm still doing damage to him. Yep.
I need to target something first.
Yeah, there is absolutely no doing this fight at the moment for me. Yeah, absolutely. At least the health scaling should be back to normal soon. So, No worries, Fizzle. No worries. It's going to be a shorter stream anyway. We'll probably get about another 2 hours and then we'll call it. But we'll leave Siege of Orgrimmar for now. And we will go and try some other methods of grinding mounts. I want to see how Isle of Thunder is, at the very least, so. We will see, we will see.
Quick about your
Maybe, Frog, maybe. We'll see what happens. I'm certainly not going to try him on Mythic. Not with a boosted health pool. We could barely get him down the way he was. Remember how many tries it took? Midna, thank you very much. That's so kind of you to become a sponsor. Welcome to the Keystone Cops. Gets me right in the feels. We're only one away from our next custom emoji as well. Thank you. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. I hope you like your custom badge there that you got going. There's also already one custom emoji there because I have an affinity for getting lost. It's Cop Lost. As we always say, Cop can get lost in the closet. Thinking the next one might be a waterfall because, of course, one thing we don't do on this stream, we don't go chasing waterfalls. Doing great, Games Reaper. How you doing? Glad you could drop by the stream. Again, guys, just a short one today. I had intended to stream all day, but YouTube was being very difficult the last day and a half, and so we'll do a quick one tonight. We'll probably go for about 2 more hours. Then tomorrow we'll stream all day. We'll attempt to finish off the current iteration of Init Brubs leveling, just to see what the leveling's like in the new 7.3.5. Then we'll finish the gold farm off Saturday, maybe Sunday. Maybe do a little bit more leveling of the streams toon as well. And then we've got some old school Monday Warcraft 3. Nice, Lazy Mage. Well, Shaggy, what it is it's well, you never know. I'm not even going to go after that, Frog. Not going to talk about Typhoon. Shaggy, what it is it's essentially you become a sponsor of the stream, and you pay a fee every month, and most of it goes to me to help make the stream better, essentially. There should be a button somewhere on your screen if you like, and you can go check that out. The Cassian man. I will endeavor to remember that, mage. Or should I say Cassian? Like I say, we'll give Throne of Thunder a try, and we can also see if Nalak's there and up and. Well, I just hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, Cassian. You know, Cassian, my memory's so bad, sometimes I forget my own name if it's not attached, so I will endeavor to remember that as best I can. But if I slip up and call you mage, I apologize. Nalak's up. Maybe we could get a mount off of him. I doubt it, though, with someone just running away. It looks like somebody was just here trying to kill him. Oh, my. That's cool. Well, it's not cool, but it's funny is what I'm trying to say. Well, Nalak wasn't there, but let's go see if we can beat some raid bosses and get some get a mount for a dinosaur mount. Wow. That is very generous, Midna.
I do not have a target.
You know, I would frog, but I'm just so used to calling you the frog that summoned the Raven Lord, so I don't know if I can call you anything different. Well, and hey, I can appreciate that totally, Cassian.
Run away, little girl. Run away. Run away, little girl. Run away.
That is extremely nice of him.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
Many deals for a friend of the Grumbles. Like you.
Actually, so do I.
To see you again, Grandmaster.
Oh, that's the way out. Almost got lost, but I didn't. I don't know that one, but it sounds cool. Hey, Swink, how's it going, man? I wonder if you can actually kill these guys. Yeah, no, they're immune. They're immune? Why did you even give them a health pool, huh? Huh, Blizzard? I really enjoy the monk class mount. However, there are times when he is just too darn talkative for me. Always. Ain't no stopping me. Alive and kicking. Hey, Rosie, thanks for dropping by the stream. Glad to have you. Oh, I'm aware of that, Mavity. Yeah, I just... they can make those old man mobs invulnerable and only have them have one hit point, then they should be able to make the other ones, dude. Essentially, my beef is not that they have a health bar. It's that they gave them a specific amount of health. You know, they didn't give them, 100,000, even like 95,432 health. Just silly. Let's see if Horadon will give us a mount. Oh, but before I do that, I'm going to buff up because my buffs fell off. Thanks, Shaggy. I appreciate that. Appreciate the good luck. So far, we haven't had him drop, but... Man, these increased health pools are no joke. As I say, it's not that they're making it more difficult, it's just they're making the fights take longer. Which means that some of the mechanics that used to be negligible are actually need to be dealt with. Like this Dinomancer. Because he heals him. I tell you what, again, normally Monday I would do old school gaming, but what I'm thinking I'll do is, if they reverted the changes Monday, we'll, yeah, I would imagine Unknown Soldier.
I have many lucky tools you like.
Wow, that's awesome. You mean pug groups are actually going to have to talk to each other and do mechanics? Shocking. Shocking, I say.
It is too far.
Hey, Shannon Miller, thanks for dropping by the stream. Glad to have you.
I am out of range.
They beat me once before. They only made me stronger. Now we show them the true power of the Zandalari.
I know they've already decided to revert the raid changes. That's why I say, if the raid changes have already been reverted in this
The Thunder King's power.
in this
Reborn.
in this raid reset, then we'll come back and we'll retry the same bosses. We'll see how they did. But I really hope they don't revert the
Many deals for a friend of the Grumbles. Like you.
oh, look at that. I got two of the same pet. Nice. Ooh, that's interesting. Alright, guys, I will be right back. I'm going to sneeze a whole bunch, so I'm just going to take a quick bio. I'll be right back. So you're saying monkey runs aren't a thing anymore? Okay, we're back. Sorry about that.
Good fortune to our friends.
Come here, you. Why won't you aggro? Wow, that took you long enough. Okay.
I have many, many wares.
Thanks, Shaggy. I'm okay. Like I say, I've had this flu for a month and a half now. I'm almost getting used to it.
I have
Oops.
many lucky doos. Many deals for a friend of the Grummles. Like you.
Leshena, let us prove to you the might of the Zandalari. We will crush these intruders when
Many
they stand.
farewells.
We will never fail you.
I am out of range. I need to target something first.
I have many lucky doos. You like?
I need to get closer.
I have many, many wares.
This should be interesting.
Your feet find good trails.
These guys were always slightly a DPS race.
It is too far away. I am out of range.
Yeah, I can definitely see Heart of Fear sucking.
I need to get closer.
You know what's really gonna suck? Dark Animus.
I have many lucky
Amber Shaper.
like.
To a lesser extent, the Empress.
Farewell, friend of the Grummles.
Heck, even Primordius is going to be harder. In fact, I think I'll stop right before Primordius, and we'll, because there's no mounts anyway. I wanted to get to Raw Den, but the more I think about Dark Animus, the more I think it's not going to be possible. It's almost impossible to do with the AoE that I have right now. because those little things, just the way Monk AoE works, it's not on demand, right? But we'll get up to there, and then hopefully when the changes revert. Wait, why am I here? Why didn't I fall down? Broke game is broke, Blizzard. That was weird. Well, they said they were reverting the changes for WAD and MoP Raid, so I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow, but if it happens before the reset, we'll come back and try some of these bosses that we had so much trouble with. You know, with this guy, I'm actually going to have to pay attention to where his stuff is falling. Is he going to take long enough to kill that it's going to matter? Oh yeah, I forgot there's an 8-hour downtime tomorrow. That is probably why that's a downtime. That's going to cut into our stream time, guys. Sorry.
Beware.
I mean, I doubt it'll last the whole 8 hours, but you never know. I will make sure that I do everything in my power to come and start the stream as soon as it's up, so that we get the full benefit of. That's what I'm thinking.
Good fortune to our friends.
That's exactly what I'm thinking, Rosie baby. Now that you mention that. That wasn't that bad, but actually, the thing is, Mavity, normally I wouldn't have had to move. Normally he would have been down quick enough that I wouldn't have had to move. And don't get me wrong, again, I am not complaining. I'm not in any way complaining. That's fine. It makes the encounter more engaging. I enjoy it. It's just interesting to watch. And it means I actually have to watch. Go away, Cavern Burrower. I didn't mean to go near enough to those mushrooms that I told you.
I am out of
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. As I said, it's not. It's not hugely a problem in that way. The only problem comes when you have one-shot mechanics. Or mechanics like a banish that will reset the encounter. Because then you have to out-DPS it before they can get the mechanic off, right? Which can be difficult. Plus, I don't trust Tortoise. All that stuff getting knocked up into the air. I don't trust him. Now that's interesting. That's at least double the health per head that they used to have. That might even be 3 times. Oh, so of course. As I said, I am in no way complaining. It extends the amount of time I'm in a raid. And since I enjoy raiding old, you know, doing old raid content for gold and transmog and all that good stuff. Oh, for sure. As I said, and I linked this earlier in the video, in the stream, my good buddy Metro there did a response that I found quite hilarious. I mean, he didn't understand it because he only plays a tank spec. And a lot of the mechanics that can reset an encounter or can one-shot you, they simply don't happen to tanks, right? But at the same time, I really enjoyed watching him go after those people who complain about it. It's, as I say, it's quite funny. Like, this isn't even taking that much more time. And I'm certain it's double to triple the hit points per head. Mind you, I probably have 15 more eye levels than I did the last time I was in here, so. And I've always said there's breakpoints. There are eye level breakpoints for DPS that just, you know, you might not be able to do something at 9:14, but at 9:15 it's trivial.
Beware.
That's a really good way of putting it, Mavity. I mean, WoW is essentially designed for you to wipe against a raid boss, you know, a couple dozen times before you get him down.
Beware.
Each time you get a little better, and that's how progression is designed. And as always, I am standing inside of the chest when it spawns. Every time. I never mean to do it, but I'm always standing inside that chest every single time it spawns.
Many farewells.
Yeah, for sure, Rosie. And I mean, this goes back to why LFR was toxic for the community to begin with. I understand, and you know, I'm one of those people who never used to raid, which is another reason why I enjoy soloing old raids so much. I understand the mentality, well, we want to see the content too, we're paying for it too. But LFR makes it so much easier that it foments that same mindset that we're entitled to stuff without working for it. Absolutely, Mavity. I am just starting to learn to be a raider. So, I totally understand it. I've been the biggest noob in the world for most of my WoW career. I mean, I started when I was, let's see, WoW 2004. I started when I was 30. Because to me, the story was more important than the actual endgame content. So, now let's see if I can avoid those bloody snails. Go away, snails. Nobody likes you. There you go. That's a good way. I like that way of looking at it too. Gary. Oh, absolutely. I already have the mount from this boss. And I'm pretty sure I already have the pet. Again, most of the reason I'm doing this is nothing to do with the mount at the moment. We want to get as much of this cleared as possible so that when we do come back, we can get a good idea of, we can actually have a chance of getting past the stuff. We're as far in and it takes as little time as possible, since we've already gone past the mount bosses. But we're going to do this one, we're going to hearth, and then we're going to probably go see if... what's his name? Galleon's up. And after we get Galleon down, we'll probably do Dragon Soul. And we'll see where we are from there for time-wise. Oops. Forgot all about these guys.
It is too far away.
Well, that was kind of my thought as well, Mavity. Clutch of G-Kun, absolutely. In fact... that's what it looks like right there. As I say, it's really, really hard for me to get past Dark Animus as it is. Simply because my AoE is not on demand. I have to build up chi first before I can get any AoE off.
I need to get closer.
And those little things, they hit you for percent damage. And the more of them there are, the more damage they do. They can quickly one-shot you. If you don't have a way to take them out or an immunity. Like if I was a paladin, I could just pop my immunity and sit there and AoE them down at my leisure almost. Solo. Absolutely solo. I wouldn't be doing these if I wasn't soloing. Fizzle's helped me with doing a couple of them before, but that was when we were trying out to see if Hellfire Citadel was doable on heroic solo. It was really difficult because Hellfire Approach, you have to watch two sides at once, which I was on my DK at the time, and not a lot of movement. Oh yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Come on, come on. Okay. And I am fairly certain next boss is... Oh yeah, Primordius, he can be a bit of a pain at any time, so we'll leave him for once they've reset. We're going to Hearth, and we're going to have a look at Galleon. And then we'll go do Dragon Soul at the very least and see where we're at there. Swanked by Conk. I'm assuming you mean my monk. Sorry, I didn't mean to get you if that was just a misspelling. Yeah, no, absolutely. My monk is my main. I love Windwalker. I couldn't imagine playing anything else. Silliness.
I cannot trade that.
Oh yeah, those are gonna sit there, aren't they? Yeah. Oh well, we got lots of bag space at the moment. We'll deal with them later. We've got a stream to do. Sorry, my typing is horrible, so I have no room to be calling anybody else. Altraxian should be interesting because at the moment I can one-shot him. Well, before 7.3.5 I can one-shot him. So that's the main reason I want to do that. Yeah. That, again, Altraxian is, again, one of the reasons why I want to do that. I do actually have the mount from Altraxian, Experiment 12B. But... at the moment, or before 7.3.5, I could hit him with a single Tiger Palm and one-shot him, essentially. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Mavity. Again, I need the two mounts from Madness, so... for those of you who've never seen me do Dragon Soul before, I apologize in advance. Once we get past Altraxion, we'll have to deal with the Beware dance, as we call it on the stream. Essentially going back and forth for a long time, listening to Deadly Boss Mods say Beware while I get up enough of those little puddles. Oh, nice. Lightbinder is definitely one of the ones I want to get. I also want to get... I think it's Blazing Drake. Because it's needed for an achievement that gets me another mount. Yeah, need Blazing Drake, Onyxian Drake, and Azure Drake. Nice, Shaggy. That's awesome. So we'll probably hit Onyxia's Lair too and see if we can get that as well. I can imagine you were happy. Oh, look at this guy. He's level 81 and he's gonna... Oh, he's gonna sit there and let me kill the world boss for him. He's gonna get one hit in and try and get the mount. Oh, he's asking me a question. Why didn't I get loot from Galleon? Nice. I told him I have no idea why he didn't get mount. I think it's because he's probably a little low level. It scales, yes, but it is a world boss. It doesn't scale down to below max level. That guy actually thought he was going to take a level 81 character and get loot from a world boss in a level 85 to 90. That's essentially a level 85 to 90 world boss. Well, that's what I'm saying, Frog. That's just... You can't just come on any character just because the zone scales down to 80 doesn't mean the world boss's scale. That would be like when it was current content coming here on a level 85 toon and trying to get loot from it. Yeah. Honestly, Shaggy, I've been looking for that Onyxian mount for a while now. For a long, long time. I'd be hard-pressed to pass it over, but really there should be no need to. Like, it should be soloable for pretty much anybody. Even with increased health, I bet you I could take my level 100s in there and solo it fairly easily. Hey, Thomas, how's it going? Glad to have you in the stream. We're just waiting for Galleon to spawn here. Crushing the hopes and dreams of level 81s who thought they could fight a world boss that has a minimum level of 85 and get loot from it. The nice thing is, the more people that show up, the closer we are getting to Galleon spawning. No. That change is coming in 8.0. That the World PvP change is coming 8.0. Yeah, it's not live yet. That's more of a Battle for Azeroth change. They've added some of them to the canon for Frog. They've not necessarily made the backstories that are there in Hearthstone canon, but they've added some of them. I know, it's very lame. I can't wait for it myself. I'm one of those people that Blizzard talked about at BlizzCon. The only reason I play on a PvP server is because my friends are here. I don't like World PvP. Yeah, that would be cool, Frog. I don't generally participate in PvP if I can avoid it. I might PvP some, you know, if I'm grinding artifact power or what have you. But I'm generally not the PvP type. You've never seen an Anoyotron, Shaggy? Oh, man. I could show you one in Northrend right now if you like. In the... hang on, let me bring up the map. They're in Borean Tundra. In the geyser fields, there's Anoyotrons. I mean, they're not called the Anoyotrons. They're called... they're the ones that are next to the Alarmobots, but they're essentially Anoyotrons. Yeah. Yeah, see, I'm not flagged for PvP at all, but I am flagged for PvP because I'm on a PvP server. And as you can see, that Night Elf Warrior there is... I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but that's where I remember seeing the exact thing of the Anoyotron. You've got it. I've given you a quest, Shaggy. Find the Anoyotrons. Return to me. Is that an exclamation point above my head? There's nothing like some good iced tea. You know, I've never actually played a Pokemon game. I've tried a couple. I never really could get into them. I got like 10 minutes into them, and that's about it. Your rewards are 100 cop rep. That's rep in the stream. 100 rep in the stream. Yeah, it's a rep quest. It's sorry, it's all I got at the moment. Hey, the Evil Addicted. How's it going? Thanks for dropping by the stream. Glad to have you. Just doing a little bit of mountain gold farming. It's a shorter stream tonight. We got maybe an hour left, but we're testing out some of the 7.3.5 changes and how they affect stuff. Doing really good. Doing really good. Absolutely, Shaggy. Absolutely. Definitely worth it. I really did sleep well up to those. I slept for about a nice little 9 hours, and then I was up for a few hours, and I slept some more. All kinds of tea are awesome, Midna. When I go get groceries next week, I'll probably grab myself some nice green tea.
It is too far away.
Okay. I got a neck piece worth 17 gold. Let's... Oh, I love green tea. Love it, love it, love it. Probably quicker just to hearth there. Let's hearth. We'll zone into Org, and then we'll go to Aldham and fly there. Oh, for sure, Evil. We got it already booked next February. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, already got it booked, and well, thank you very much. Hopefully we'll see you then. I think it's the 7th or 8th of February. I'll have to check. I will. We're going to try starting a day earlier, and we're going to spend most of the next month training. For sure, for sure. And now we're going to go and do Dragon Soul. And we'll do a Nixia's Lair, which should almost take us to another hour, so we'll see how that goes.
Many deals for a friend of the Grummles.
Yeah, we're going to do Dragon Soul next. I could sit here and run the same dungeon 10 times over in Aldham to try and get the mount out of there, but I choose not to do that right now on stream because our time is so limited tonight. Vortex Pinnacle has one that drops in the dungeon on normal and heroic, so which I do want to get. One of these days I'm just going to do that over on about 12 different toons and just blitz it until it drops. Actually, it's a level 85 dungeon. I could probably do it on over 20 toons. 954 at the moment, I believe. I will check as soon as I am on a flight path.
What can I do for you?
Let's see, we're going to here.
For the
Yeah, 954. Still pretty low. It'd be a heck of a lot higher if I could get rid of this 915 piece here. That would probably raise me up quite high. Dude, I mean... Have you seen the eye level of the Mythic loot? Yeah, like some of this stuff starts at 960, right? The honestly, I've been really, really lucky with that. My guild is so good to me. They take me along in their heroic clears, and out of every few weeks, I get to go along in a Mythic. I don't think so, Frog, because maybe it's going to be tough. Because none of your gear outside of legendaries is going to get to 1,000. The only piece that's not a legendary that's going to get to 1,000 is this, Golden F Vitality. Another 8 resets, and this will be eye level 1,000. Okay, so you've got essentially 3 pieces that can be eye level 1,000. You've got another piece here that can scale up to probably eye level 1,000, and so you got 4 pieces at 1,000, and everything else doesn't. So you're probably going to top out around 990. So well, you know what I would do, Evil Addicted, if I were you? If I wanted to level a toon to 110, is I would every day I would take it through the Legion Invasion using the Group Finder add-on, not the Group Finder, the World Quest Group Finder add-on. It'll take you about 15 minutes to do an invasion, and you'll get half a level. You never have to touch any other Legion content, as long as you have Legion flying. You can get any toon to 110 just by doing invasions. You don't actually have to touch any of the questing content. I believe, Frog, the Titan Forging goes to 985 or 990. I'm not 100% certain. Again, I'd have to ask Metro, because he would know that a heck of a lot better than I would. Actually, if you want to ask him right now, he's streaming over on One Legion TV. Somebody was telling me that they removed the rep requirement, and all you have to do is complete the quests, except for Suramar. Okay, Frog, we'll see you in a minute. I don't know, Evil. Again, that's just... Somebody was telling me that the other day. I think it's one of my viewers, actually, Alexander here. I don't know if he's still in the stream, but was telling me something about the rep being removed, so... Oh yeah, Altraxian's not going to be a problem. Even as a DPS race as he was.
Twilight
It's,
Hammer is retreating. The temple is ours. Fortify your positions within.
I have many, many wares. Farewell, friend of the
I'm the wrong person to ask about Brewmaster simply because I don't play tank. That being said, I think it's interesting. Our main tank is a Brewmaster. He seems to like it quite a bit. So we've actually got our two tanks in our guild are a Brewmaster and a Blood DK. So. Oh, yeah. There you go. Midnight says the Brewmaster is actually quite fun. I can see it. It's about... Yeah, you probably no longer need that Grimoire of the Four Winds, so... That's what I thought, Frog, for sure, for sure. I thought it might be 990, but again, that's where my estimate of 990 came, was... So I thought 985 was probably going to be the max. Hey, Mythic Plus is nothing to snarf at there, Midna. They're some of the hardest content in the game. Especially as you never quite know what you're going to get. Not to quote Forrest Gump or anything. But you never know what the key is going to turn into.
The flow of darkness abates. It seems you truly
I know it got a lot of buffs, Mistweaver, Shaggy. I know it got a lot of buffs in the last couple of patches. I'm not sure about 7.3.5, but I know it got a lot of buffs before that. Forest Cop. Mythic is like a box of chocolates. You never quite know what you're gonna get. Yeah, for sure. And the nice thing is it's easy to get any spec up to acceptable, you know, where you've got enough AP to be able to do the basics. Because right now I think...
It just might work. The focusing iris within the
Yeah, our artifact knowledge is level 55. That's ridiculous.
the magical matrix contained within the dragon soul.
A box of coplets. You guys kick... Yeah, you guys crack me up. That's right. You keep that, Monk Frog. You keep it.
Then I will open the way into the
Look at it this way, Frog. It's a leather-wearing class that has all three specs to it.
hinges on
A lot of versatility to it. It's a tank, it's a healer, it's a DPS. What other leather clad do we know that's like that? What in heaven's name? Why are these guys already here? They added mobs. Look at this. These mobs were... These mobs are already spawned. Unintended changes. 7.3.5. Mobs spawned. All those mobs were already spawned. They didn't have to wait for them. Nice. I wonder if that was intentional. You didn't make me cough, buddy. It's all good. I'm just sorry I'm sniffling in all your ears. It's not intentional.
You truly are the heroes of legend. The aspects have already gathered and await your arrival. Go now. Farewell.
Hang on a sec. I'll be right back. And we're back. I think so, Evil Addicted. I think the requirements are reduced. I don't know for sure. You would have to check that out.
What brings you to me? Praise the Titan.
It's something I'm very aware of. It's a pet peeve of my mother's. When people sniffle around her, so.
Excellent. We will begin the ritual at once.
The ritual will take
So I try my best not to do it around people.
it requires a very peaceable.
Because that was just how I was raised, to be polite, to not sniffle around. You know, I bet they actually did make that as an intentional change to speed up farming of this, because the RP in this is so long. Like, it's going, look at the RP in this, it's going so much quicker now. They sped up the RP in Dragon Soul. I know, Shaggy, but I still endeavor to not do it as much as possible. It's like popping my ears manually. It's something I've done since I was very young, because I've had that chronic ear infection since I was just before my 4th birthday. And my ears are always plugged, so I'm always popping them manually just to keep sane. Yeah, so I try to not do that around people, because it can annoy some people too. I think Blizz is realizing that having that much RP in a legacy raid is not necessary. You know what I mean? Or having RP that takes that long in a legacy raid is probably less than effective, when the only people who are ever going to see it are people like me who are gold and mount farming. Like, even this RP, as long as it is starting to it looks a little quicker. Where are you at? Oh, there you are. Twilight.
I need to get closer.
Thank you very much, Shaggy.
I need to target them first.
Aha, you snuck up on me.
I am out of range.
Dirty little Twilight Drake, you. There you are.
It is too far away.
Okie dokie, we'll be here when you get back, Shaggy. No worries, buddy. Oh, be nice, Frog. That's why I like cutscene spray. That's why I prefer if they do it through cutscenes. It makes it easier to skip, right?
It's a great disturbance in the balance approaching. The chaos burns my mind.
I am out of range.
The shadow which blots out the sun. The bell which tolls your doom. For this moment alone, as I may, look upon your death as mortal. And despair.
Yeah, but the Suramar questline's not that bad.
I cannot attack.
You can get that shoulder enchant that speeds up your acquisition of the ancient mana.
It is done. Our power now resides within the dragon soul. Our fate lies with you. I am listening.
I will not fail you. I will not fail this world.
Good luck.
Welcome. Chase down the end of the world.
Yeah, but the shoulder enchant makes it so you get ancient mana, Evil Addicted.
He is heading to the maelstrom. We must stop him now. We may never get another chance if he escapes in the depot.
Yeah, every time you kill a mob, you've got a chance to find more ancient mana. That shoulder enchant will speed up your whole thing. Trust me.
100% pure adrenaline.
That was a flash of green Jesus.
It's not tragic to die. Power ahead.
Let's do this.
Depends on our speed.
The really hard part of soloing this is, and I say hard in quotation marks, is that
Our engines are damaged. Sitting ducks up here.
the that big thing that he does that damages the boat a whole lot, it no longer shows the big swirly circle, so you never know where it's going to hit. So it's harder to absorb it. Not off the top of my head, Evil Dicted, I'd have to look. Ooh, it does show it again. Excellent. Finally. It hadn't been showing that for months. I think that's it. Boon of the Mana Seeker. It's sold in that quest hub. That is awesome. Makes this fight so much nicer. Well, because I mean, when I can actually see them, I don't mind soaking the mechanic when I can actually see it, you know? I mean, I do the fight so quickly it doesn't really matter anyway. But it's just nice to be able to actually do the mechanic like it's intended. You'll get there, buddy. Just by doing the quest line, you'll get there. Yep. Honored comes after friendly.
I need to get closer.
I just run around. You'll find the ancient mana nodes. Trust me. If you need to, do it at 2 in the morning when nobody else is there, right? Oh, as well, something you should do that might help you find them. Let me show you. You want to make sure that you use your ancient mana divining stone. Absolute 430 AM. Make sure that that buff is up, because that way it'll show you all the little ancient mana nodes on your map. Right? Okay, again, for people who haven't seen me do this next fight, if that doesn't work for you, like if the buff won't go up, I would put in a ticket. Because that buff should just work. Like, I can't even turn that buff off. Right? I turn it off and it should come back on. Now, is it the buff that doesn't work? Or is it, like, is the buff not coming up? Or is... It buffs you. So you've got the buff for it. It's not showing on your mini-map? I would look at what add-ons are installed. I would try disabling all your add-ons, seeing if the little yellow dots are on your map for it, and then enabling your add-ons one by one, because there's something interfering with your mini-map showing them then. Hey, Toxic, how's it going? Okay, guys, again, if you haven't seen me do this, I apologize in advance for the beware dance, but it's going to be annoying. I'm not going to be able to read chat because I'm going to be concentrating very hard. I don't want to die on a catter raid. Might be LVUI. I don't use LVUI, so I can't speak to that. Here we go. Okay, so come here. Okay, so we got 1. Two. Three. Six. Eight. That's 8. One more. Come on, amalgamation. Come on. Gonna drag you through all these puddles. Come on, what side you popping up? What side? Come on. All that down. Now, let's start counting again. 1. Two. Three. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm pretty sure I actually have enough puddles at the moment. This is just me being cautious. 9. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Beware.
Dang it.
Beware.
Did it wrong. Come on.
Beware. 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 Beware.
Dang it, I don't have enough puddles for him.
Beware. 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 Beware.
Come on down here, maybe you can get some more puddles there.
Beware. 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 Beware.
Excellent. Finally.
Beware. Beware.
Okay, which side you gonna do?
Beware.
This side again.
Beware.
Four.
Beware. Beware.
Okay.
Beware. Beware.
Here, you amalgamations.
Beware.
Come on.
Beware. 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 Beware.
Okay, now let's start counting puddles.
Beware. Beware.
2,
Beware. Beware. Beware.
3,
Beware.
4,
Beware. 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 Beware.
5,
Beware.
6,
Beware. 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 Beware.
7, 8,
Beware.
9.
Beware. 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 Beware.
Come on, amalgamation.
Beware.
Drag you through this stuff.
Beware. Beware.
Come on.
Beware. 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 Beware.
Blow up that plate. Come on.
Beware. 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 Beware.
Got it. Whew. There we go, green Jesus. Sorry about that, guys. What happened, Evil Dick? Did you figure it out?
Lotar, friend. What is it you wish is done? At last the destroyer has met his end.
You have accomplished the
Frog, are you ready? Are you ready to summon the Drake, Frog? Come on. We're gonna loot in 3, 2, 1. Open that loot. Nah, doesn't look like it. Dang it. The magic only worked once so far, Frog, unfortunately.
What brings you here? Be careful.
Okay, let's go run Onyxia. And then after we're done with her, I think we're going to call it a stream. Well, yeah, well, for sure. We got to keep trying until it works again. Oh, Evil, I never saw it. What did you figure out why it's not showing on your map? If you said it and I missed it, I'm sorry. It just stuff was going by so quickly there. Oh, so you mean it's getting, people are farming it so fast that it's. You could always realm hop. There is. Good night, Tio Pascal. Thanks for being in the stream. Glad to have you. There is an add-on. Let's see if I can find it. There's an add-on that allows you to realm hop. It's called Cross Realm Assist. And it lets you, essentially it looks for groups in other realms and joins them to you automatically. So you could like zone into a raid for one of the world bosses and still be in Suramar, right? Still farming the ancient mana. Or you could zone into a group that's for a world quest, and you know you might move to a different realm. And when the thing goes to, when everybody else leaves, you just tell it you want to stay in that group and you should stay on that server. It's a bit twitchy, but there are people who use it to try and get those Argus rares that drop mounts and stuff. And in fact, other world mobs that drop mounts, they use them to farm those. So... Yeah, you know, some people consider it really cheap and not something they like, and of course you're kind of you are kind of cheating the groups you're joining. However, if you're on a really toxic realm, it can be a way to get stuff done, right? Excellent. Once again, Cop does not get lost. Because Cop never gets lost. That doesn't happen. No. I just love that in the background of our stream, you guys are talking about what Warcraft races and characters and specifics are the most lightweight at drinking. I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. My community is the best community around. Too late, I've found my way to Anixia. I suppose it is important. I would imagine dragons are very tolerant to alcohol.
I need to get closer.
Yeah. You slightly messed the timing up, man. It's all your fault, buddy. They buffed the health of pretty much every raid boss, sometimes up to 6 times as much of the legacy bosses. Apparently, they didn't mean to do WAD and MoP, but they did. And it makes it a lot more difficult to solo some of the old raid bosses for a non-tank spec, because there are mechanics that if you don't kill them before they go off, they'll simply reset the fight. Yeah? Like, I think it's Shaw of Pride in Siege of Orgrimmar. He does a banish that will banish you, and a mind control that will mind control you. And if you don't kill him before he gets those off as a DPS, then the fight starts over. That's okay, buddy. That's okay. Actually, I did want to check. Guys, that is going to be it for me for a stream, but one of my best buds, an amazing streamer, an all-around great guy by the name of Metro, is streaming. There's a link to the stream going on. And so I hope you go over there and say hi to him, let him know I said hi, and watch his stream and support him like you do me. So we will be back tomorrow. I am going to... no problem, Prog. Thanks for dropping by. I'm going to be back tomorrow. I'm going to be very diligent about trying to come on as soon as the servers are live, so we can do more leveling of Init Bruv. Depending on how long the servers are down, like if they're down for the full 8 hours, we probably won't finish Init Bruv tomorrow. So what we might do is, if the servers are down too long, we might just finish our gold and mount run tomorrow, and then do Init Bruv, you know, Saturday, Sunday type of thing. So, again, everybody, thanks for dropping by. I appreciate every single one of you. Much love. Peace.